Next up at the DCS Focus on Post event 2024 is Jon Hoeg for OWC. Now, we've all known OWC for a long time for a lot of great storage products, for spinning drives and hard drives. And another thing that they're really great at is I/O, helping us keep up with all these different connectors that are constantly changing. And also now you're working with the cloud, JellyFish. So can you tell us what's new, Jon?
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much, Jim. Thanks, everyone. OWC is a company that makes a lot of stuff, quite frankly. We live with the Capture, Create, Collaborate mission, from memory cards to desktop storage, docks, connectivity, internal storage, computer upgrades, and our Collaborate system is the JellyFish and Jupyter shared storage systems. So we have a lot of stuff. We're not going to talk too much about the Capture element today, but we do make CF Express cards, Type A, Type B, SD cards, readers, very fast, all in the interest of saving time and making sure you capture those moments. We'll talk today about Create and Collaborate because we're talking about Post. Now, the video landscape is obviously constantly changing. There's more resolution, there's more color, there's more frames, right? Everything is moving faster, and all that data is hard to move sometimes, especially when you're dealing with direct attached storage. So we are on a mission to always move data the fastest way possible. And that is what our direct attached storage, we'll start off with that. Our direct attached storage is going to offer unparalleled speed. We're always at the cutting edge of making those products move your data faster and get you home to see your family, get your work done, not be interrupted by technology. That's really the key. We offer a broad array of internal SSD storage, and we can talk about this after. I don't want to, this doesn't want to be a commercial, but I just want to make everyone aware of all the plethora of products that we offer at OWC. And these are, if anyone has a Mac Pro tower or a PC tower and wants internal storage that can run as fast as possible for VFX artists, colorists, things like that, big files that need to move fast and you can't be held up by throughput, those products are available. And this is a product that I really like to talk about, the Express 1 M2. It's a USB 4 direct attached SSD. And this is actually one of the raffle prizes today, a 1 terabyte version. This goes up to 8 terabytes. It's bus powered, and it's over USB 4, which is a very fast connection, not the fastest. We'll get to that later. And it can move data at about 3,000 megabytes a second. So when you're dealing with these massive files, you really don't want to be bottlenecked. So this is a great shuttle drive for editors, for colorists, for people on set, for DITs. And it's really well designed, dissipates heat, and continues to move data at a very fast rate consistently. We also offer desktop storage. I don't know if everybody has sort of familiarity with RAID, but we offer a 4 and an 8 bay RAID system, which are direct attached over Thunderbolt 3. And then a product that I really like to talk about is the Thunderblade, also a RAID that is in a similar enclosure to that Express 1 M2. It's built with 4 NVMe blades inside, and it is RAID capable. So you can have those 4 NVMe blades become 1 RAID, or you can RAID 5 setup, and it goes up to 32 terabytes. So it's fanless. It does require power. That's why we call it a semi-portable RAID. So it's not bus powered, but 32 terabytes and something that's the size of an iPad. It's a pretty incredible device for big data. Let's talk a little bit about our JellyFish. We offer a number of shared storage solutions, and the Nomad is the entry-level version of it, and it's something that is really catering to the needs of people that are capturing a lot of footage on location with a lot of different cameras and need to turn stuff around very quickly. So it's portable, right? It's the size of a briefcase. I have one out in the lobby, and we can all take a look at it later if you're interested. And it goes up to 64 terabytes raw. So when you're on a shoot, we have a customer that uses the JellyFish for documenting music festivals, and there's sometimes 14 to 16 cameras, and they're all coming in with different codecs. You can create proxies while you're coloring, while you're editing, while you're exporting, up to 6 direct connect users over 10 gigabit Ethernet. So it's a really, really portable really, really high-powered post-production studio in any location that has power effectively. And it fits in a overhead compartment on almost all regional aircrafts. So it's portable, and it's a post-production studio, and it moves quickly. And the next step up from that is the JellyFish Studio, which is another product that does very much the same thing. It's a little bit bigger, less portable, but up to 14 users without a switch. And I won't go too much into the details of these products here, but the real sort of use case and the wonderful part about it is that it doesn't require an IT team. So you can get set up with JellyFish Connect, which is software that's included with the purchase of a Jellyfish, and it will basically within a few minutes you can connect all your users and give different access and different permissions to everybody and be up and running in a very short time with a brief onboarding. So it takes the IT out of the way and makes shared storage easy. This is the whole lineup. There's a couple rack mounted solutions here. They're different sizes and flavors of a similar thing, much high performance and endlessly expandable up to many petabytes of storage. So there is a broad range of products that can serve post-production needs. Now, I mentioned before there is a new connection that's a little bit faster than USB 4, and that's Thunderbolt 5. It's new, just released from Intel, and it really raises the performance bar, and it's now available on MacBook Pros and select M4 Mac Minis, which is really opening up the possibility of Thunderbolt 5 being a usable technology. It was only available on certain PCs, Razer gaming computers. They were very expensive, and now that they're in the Mac ecosystem, we're seeing a lot of interest in this, and it's basically twice as fast as USB 4, so data rates of 6,000 megabytes a second, even higher in certain tests. And it's also bidirectional, so it's really incredible for moving files. It's probably more than a lot of people need, but it does get you home for dinner quicker, which is a nice thing. The Envoy Ultra is our first and fastest Thunderbolt portable SSD. As I mentioned, over 6,000 megabytes a second, so 2 times faster than Thunderbolt 4 or USB 4. And you can really get the most performance out of your computer. It's basically internal storage, external. And we also pre-released a Thunderbolt 5 hub, which gives you more Thunderbolt 5 ports. It's exactly what it sounds like. And there's a really interesting use case that I'm finding with these, and it's still sort of in testing, and we're sort of building out use cases for this. But you can use your old Thunderbolt 3, I say old, but still very valuable sort of external storage products, for example, like a Thunder Blade, like I mentioned earlier, which will have incredible speeds of 3,000 megabytes a second ballpark, and you can use them to daisy chain CF Express readers and other Thunderbolt 3 products and peripherals. So you can take this one Thunderbolt 5 hub and daisy chain it out and use multiple Thunderbolt 3 products and Thunderbolt 5 products as well to get massive, massive increases in speed and data movement. And those are the products that I was here to talk about today. And if anybody has any questions, happy to chat about it.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Well, at the Digital Cinema Society, we've been around for 22 years. We started out with FireWire 400, then FireWire 800, then USB 1, 2, Thunderbolt 1, Thunderbolt 2, and it just keeps going. But it's not only speed, but you also have the products to bridge, to make, so we don't have to throw out our old stuff. We can modernize it, and it's great. I'm a big fan of OWC, and I thank you for your presentation.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. And then one thing I do want to mention is that, one of the most important parts of the company is getting more life out of your machines and not having to throw these things out, not sending more junk to the landfill. So making sure these things do continue to live a life after their prescribed life.
Yeah, and adding internal storage.
That's right.
In many cases, yeah. Thank you, John.
Thank you.